So, you want to buy ancient coins in the wild, lawless lands of eBay, huh? The platform has a pretty bad reputation amongst coin collectors for the number of fakes, scammers, scalpers, all kinds of scum and villainy that tries selling their stuff there. But it is a fact that there are perfectly good dealers on the platform, and you can buy real coins for good prices. The thing with eBay is that it is a bit of a wild place where everything goes without much oversight from the moderators of the platform. Very little in the means of bioprotection, and this means you have to adopt some, let's say, safety protocols when shopping there, so you don't get taken advantage of. I am going to assume you have just found out you can buy ancient coins, and your first reaction before doing any research was to immediately jump on eBay and start adding stuff to your cart, because that's exactly what I did 8 years ago. There I was playing Rome 2 Total War, trying a brand new expansion called Empire Divided, and in its main menu screen there was this drawing of 3 Roman coins. The random thought came to my head of, whoa, can you actually buy a real Roman coin? This thought just popped into my head. I just typed it on Google, found some crap late Roman bronzes on eBay for cheap, and only now I realize how vulnerable I was to the number of fakes there are out on this platform. Fortunately, my guiding star was shining bright that day. The coins turned out to be real, and here we are, nearly a decade later, with a YouTube channel and a hobby I'll probably enjoy for the rest of my life. However, I don't want any of you to emulate my experience. That's a terrible way of getting started. And if any moment in this video maybe sounds a bit basic in my explanations, please bear with me. I want to make sure even absolute beginners get the idea. You see, trust is a major component of the ancient coin trade. This is a centuries-old market with lots of knowledge accumulated throughout the years as to what real ancient coins should look like. People like Petrarch, all the way in the 1300s, and intellectuals of the early Renaissance wrote some of the earliest texts on ancient coins and how they looked like based on treasures found by farmers. That's right, people have been wondering if ancient coins are real or fake for nearly 700 years. And it makes perfect sense. Think about it for a moment. The only really 100% guaranteed way to know a Roman coin, for example, is real, is if we could trace it from collector to collector all the way to ancient Rome, which is impossible, or to the original find spot or treasure where a coin comes from. And only a minority of the coins on the market have such recorded provenance. This is one of the reasons why so many countries have numismatic associations. The Brits, for example, have the British Numismatic Trade Association, the US has the ANA, the French have the Syndicat National des Numismates Professionnels, and there are a myriad of smaller private associations of dealers or collectors with the same objective: to bring the combined knowledge of different numismatists. These associations exist to generate that environment of trust which numismatists need so much when dealing with ancient coins. These associations generally self-regulate. They keep their dealers in check. They only allow dealers that offer guarantees of authenticity, require a certain level of experience or knowledge on their part, a level of intellectual honesty from its members, at least the good associations. They perpetuate the custom of having a watchful eye towards identifying fakes, and the same happens on specialized online numismatic shops, like, well, actually aggregators of shops, like Vcoins, MA shops. They vet the dealers. The main auction houses, the main auction platforms also keep tabs on the auction houses that participate in their system. So they only offer authentic coins and they guarantee their coins for a lifetime. What I want to convey with this is that the main pillar that ensures this market keeps functioning is trust on the good faith of its dealers and the skill they have on telling apart good from bad coins. And by the way, I am leaving in this video description, in the comments below, a huge list of videos for beginners I previously made covering all important topics when starting out. How to start a collection, how to avoid fakes, how to research prices. This video will be more focused on how eBay works specifically, but this material should have all of the basic knowledge you need to be protected from fakes. So please, if you're a beginner, watch them after this video. I've made these videos with lots of love and care for people like you who are just starting out. With that in mind, let's look again at eBay as a sales platform. Different to specialized auction platforms and specialized shops, or pages that aggregate ancient coin dealers, eBay is a generalist sale and auction platform. And when I say generalist, I really say generalist. You can buy absolutely everything there. So it so happens that a lot of coin dealers take advantage of the monstrous daily traffic eBay has. So they also open their shops there. And the fact that it is such a big and general sales platform is the issue. eBay doesn't generate the environment of trust this trade requires. eBay lacks any vetting of who sells coins on the platform. It has zero interest on ensuring authenticity or protecting the buyer. All they are worried about is their commission when a sale happens. In theory, you can report a listing. There's a little report listing link next to the description of an article, but back then I naively reported lots of clear fakes, misleading listing titles, overpriced coins from people preying on those who didn't know how much a coin should cost, and I didn't get a single listing down. eBay wants to charge its commission and that's it. And they couldn't care less if your collection ends up being made out of fakes. There is a reputation system in place where buyers can vote and leave a negative review in the case they get a fake coin, but there are always ways of circumventing it. Dealers can just report the negative review, claim it is malicious, and the negative review just goes into this eternal limbo where it becomes under review, because once again, eBay has already charged its fee. It doesn't get any extra monetary incentive from solving an issue between a buyer and a seller. There are lots of dealers selling fakes with a 100% positive rating. You can always escalate the issue. For example, if you paid with a system like PayPal, or ask your credit card provider to cancel the transaction, but then it's a whole can of worms of emails back and forth trying to justify and prove that you were scammed. It's a lot of avoidable headache. Googling list of fake sellers of ancient coins on eBay gives you a series of lists compiled by collectors with hundreds of scummy dealers. But the problem is, they can always just open a new store and keep selling like nothing happened. The list absolutely helps, and God bless the brave collectors who keep these lists updated. They have earned their place in numismatic heaven, but it is a losing battle. But okay, so far this has been a gigantic rant about eBay's flaws, and we are here for some useful advice. So, okay, first advice, if it wasn't obvious already, assume you are absolutely by yourself when buying on eBay. No guarantees from dealers are truly enforceable. There are trustworthy dealers there who do offer authenticity for life, but beginners should really play defensive, because that's basically a gentleman's agreement, and eBay will not step in if someone misbehaves. And it feels like for every serious dealer there is on eBay, there are like 2 or 3 bastards trying to sell you fakes. This means that the areas of eBay you explore, the types of coins you look at, should be proportional to your knowledge of ancient coins. What do I mean by this? Using a personal example, I am primarily a Roman Imperial coin collector, in particular with silver coins. I own quite a few denarii myself. I have looked at tons of them at coin shows, in stores, museums, in websites of coin dealers, and I have the privilege of knowing a few people who are even better than me at authenticating this kind of coin. This means I am reasonably prepared to detect a fake denarius if I come across one. Basically, if I go on eBay, look for a silver denarius, and I'm presented with, take a look at this picture. If I'm presented with this was my first result after looking for Roman silver denarius. Well, I know that's fake. But if you're just starting out, you might not know that. We all go through that phase of not knowing absolutely anything. We don't know what a coin is supposed to look like, what it feels like on hand, what are the signs of a fake. We really start blind at this hobby. And that previous example was pretty glaring, but there are better kinds of forgeries out there. This second image I'm showing now might be an obvious fake as well for those of us with even a couple of months of experience, but once again, someone just starting out, thinking about acquiring their first denarius, for example, they could totally fall for that. That's why the best protection you can have against fakes is being a good numismatist yourself, and even better if you have a few collector friends who can give you different perspectives. I wish I had a quick, easy, and guaranteed guide to identifying fakes. Oh, I made a couple of videos, but I wish I had like a fail-proof way of doing it, but such a thing doesn't really exist. Get exposure to coins first. Look at books. Go to coin shows. Go to museums. Visit stores. Look at auction catalogs and reputable dealer pages. Spend some time at this part of the coin market that has a reputation to uphold. Once again, I'll leave a series of useful links in the description so you sort of like know the area where you should get started. Another good tip is to join online forums, Facebook groups, just communicate, join r/ancientcoins if you are on Reddit, ask people's opinions about a coin you might be interested in buying, ask if it looks authentic. If you think something on a coin looks suspicious, bring it up. Ask people to elaborate if they agree with you or not. Over the years, I have been surprised on how people have been supportive and willing to share their knowledge. All you have to do is ask in a humble and friendly manner, and don't take offense if someone corrects you and explains you why you might be mistaken. Staying in this more reputable part of the coin market has the added benefit of giving you a better idea of the current prices asked for certain coins. Even if you manage to avoid fakes, another danger of eBay are scalpers, people charging absurd sums for common coins. Like, for example, look at this coin of Emperor Probus. Worn almost completely flat, sold for an eye-watering $76. Just because it is put on an NGC slab, and we don't even know if that slab is real. Just so you know, this coin in this condition is worth $5 at most coin shows. The opposite is also true. If you see a denarius that typically goes for, let's say, $100 on auction, and someone is selling it for $30, something is up. If something looks too good to be true, it most likely is. Once again, I made a video explaining how to do market research on prices, and there's no way around it. You have to do your homework. Research. If you want to collect ancient coins, you must be a nerd already, and it's not like you have a problem with studying a subject of your interest. And finally, once you think you are ready to explore the lands of eBay, it's also not a bad idea once you find the dealer and the coins look okay, try researching it. Sometimes you might even find that this dealer on eBay actually has a store, like a brick and mortar store or an online store, and they're actually a reputable dealer. And you know what? In this case, well, you just found a good dealer to add to your lists. If we go back to my personal case, so another type of coin, for example, we really enjoy are Greek silver drachma. I'm getting more into this niche recently, but as of now, I wouldn't dare buying this type of coin on eBay. The planchet in these coins is slightly different to Roman denarii. I still need to get used to the different kinds of engraving styles. They were struck in many different mints. The art on the devices can look a little bit different. So I need to see more coins, get more experience, be a better numismatist on Greek coins, get used to the type. So in this case, I would rather pay the extra for the expertise of a dealer who sells these types of coins. or an auction house that offers me a guarantee of authenticity in case it turns out to be fake, until I feel comfortable enough to try buying Greek coins on eBay. So in short, when browsing eBay, even if a seller gives you 1,000 promises of authenticity and quality, I would recommend you follow the principle of caveat emptor, Latin for may the buyer beware. Consider most purchases you do there as final. Just like someone who just learned how to swim, take it slow, explore it to the same extent as your skills as a numismatist allows you to. And you know what? I would like to hear your stories. Did you ever buy a coin on eBay that turned out to be fake? Did you ever overpay on eBay? Come on, don't be shy. It's time for us to expose our shameful mistakes here. So let us know your stories in the comment section down below. And, well, I hope you enjoyed this little guide mixed with a cautionary tale. Leave a like and consider subscribing if you did. Happy collecting, happy coin hunting, and I'll see you soon.